Hello, my beautiful ducklings. This is Susie. Welcome to my garden. Today I want to talk to you about focus forward. Exactly what focus forward means. I talk about it all the time in my videos. I tell it to my coaching clients, my family, my friends, absolutely everybody who will listen. The reason I use the word focus forward, so many people say you have to vibrate, you have to be in the state, you have to only talk about the good things that are going on in your life. In reality, we have highs and lows. So focusing forward means drama can be happening and you are still going, it's okay, this too shall pass. It's all right. I'm going to get through this. Thank you, I got through this. Focusing forward is literally having tunnel vision. Tunnel vision saying it's okay to have a bad day. It's just not okay to stay in that bad day. It's okay to want something and keep focusing on it. It's okay to walk around and see that nothing has changed in your outer world, and yet you're persisting in this assumption until it hardens into fact. And then even once it hardens into fact, you still need to focus forward. Focusing forward, the most important thing you can possibly do. Because if I'm not focusing forward, the drama kicks me in the ass. It comes right back and it bites me. When you are getting your desire, you got that new car, your health is turned around, your bank balance is looking really good, the relationship you want is here. Everybody comes back to me and they're like, Susie, all of a sudden it's just gone kaput. It's not working anymore. I don't understand. It's because you had a bad thought. And it's okay, again, to have that thought. But now that thought became your focus forward. Well, I thought I got past my troubles with my finances. I got my specific person back, and, it's not going the way I thought it was going to be. I thought I only had to do this once. No. Anybody who tells you that it only has to do it once, you might only do it once for a cup of coffee. You might only do it once to see a purple car drive by. You might only do it once to see a rainbow. That's great, but if you are working on your health, you are working on your finances, you are working on changing relationships, you're going to have an argument. You're going to have a month that things are slow. You may not have gone to your job as often as you should have. Coaching clients may not be forthcoming. You may be changing jobs and all of a sudden you don't have a paycheck for 2 weeks. And if you do get lucky and you switch jobs during that pay period, that first paycheck isn't going to be a full paycheck. And when those things happen, you look at it and you're like, and then your brain goes right back to all of the reasons why it didn't work out for you. All of the reasons why you were looking into the law of attraction, studying Neville, walking around saying you are God and everything always works out for me. That's called a low. And a low is normal. Because if we didn't have low points, we wouldn't know what a high point was. If we didn't have abundance, we wouldn't know what poverty is. If we didn't have the opposite of what we've got right now, how would we know? How would you know what abundance is if you always had a silver spoon in your mouth? The difference is when somebody has a silver spoon in their mouth and they fall, they focus forward. They're like, well, I've always had money. It's easy to make. I'm going to get it back again. No big deal. This is just, a blip in the road. It's a speed bump. I'm going to get past it. It's okay. I know it's going to get better. It may not be tomorrow. It may be the next day. It may be the next week. But it is going to get better. And that's what focus forward is all about. It is taking whatever you are manifesting. So you have family problems. You are consistently saying, my children love me. They are amazing little creatures. They are successful. They're talented. They're beautiful. They are smart. They're funny. And right now we're not getting along at the perfect way that the books say is the typical amazing family. Right now it's chaos, but that's okay because you persist. I have amazing children. They love me. They respect me. They're always finding ways to show me. They appreciate the things I do for them. They're constantly telling me thank you. Isn't it wonderful that I have the most amazing children? Thank you, Father. You have to persist. We all know I'm going through a little bit of a health thing. So if I were to take that simple health thing and I were to go, oh, this happened a year ago, and in the last year, then I lost so much blood, I was dizzy, I couldn't function, nothing seemed to be right, my head was swimming, my balance was off, and I got sick at the drop of a hat. If I were to persist in that, this go around is going to be just as bad. Instead of, you know what, it's a blip in the road. It's not as bad as the last time. Thank God it's not as bad as the last time. Because become Monday, I'm going to be fine. The doctor says the pills take 5 to 7 days to take effect. I have to take them for 10. Okay, so why is it getting better? Thank you, it's getting better. Isn't it wonderful it's getting better? I remember when I had that health scare. Now I'm perfectly healthy. I am literally in a tunnel going, it's okay. Yesterday I did a call, and the person said, I know you're not feeling well, but you're actually glowing. I'm like stunned, speechless. I mean, I'm glowing. I'm like, wow. This was like totally out of the blue. So I am sick, because that's technically the term for it. I have something, and I don't even know what the name of it is because that would be way too much trouble to try to figure out how to pronounce this big, long name. And I am persisting in, I'm healthy. Why am I healthy? Thank you, I'm healthy. Isn't it wonderful? I'm healthy. I'm not saying I have normal periods. I'm not saying that everything is, coming up roses. I'm not dealing with this spot and trying to make the middle better. I'm going to the end. So at the end of my tunnel is perfect health. Perfect health means that my sinuses are healthy, my stomach is healthy, my brain is healthy, my organs are healthy, I am glowing, I'm radiant, I am the epitome of vibrance. Perfect health to everybody means something different. So if I walk around and say, thank you, I'm perfectly healthy, isn't it wonderful, I'm perfectly healthy, I'm bypassing everything and I'm focusing forward. My ocean on one side, my mountains on the other, and the light at the end of the tunnel is perfect health. Thank you, I'm healthy. Thank you, I'm healthy. Isn't it wonderful, I'm healthy. My finances. I've missed some of my job, part-time job, and I've not been there. My boss understands that I'm going through a crisis. Thank you. And she is looking at the situation, and she has decisions to make. Well, I could sit there and go, well, maybe my job is at risk. Maybe my job isn't at risk. Maybe this is going to happen, or what if that happened? Instead of, I always make more money than I spend. I am spoiled because I always make more than I spend. Thank you, I make more than I spend. Isn't it wonderful? I always make more than I spend. Why do I always make more than I spend? And I persist in a dollar amount. I make this much money a month. So I make $3,000 a month. Well, it's a new year. Let's bump that up. So I make $5,000 a month. I don't know how I make $5,000 every month, but I do. Thank you, because making $5,000 a month is awesome. Isn't it wonderful? I'm making $5,000 a month. I'm not looking at my bank balance wondering, is it positive? Is it negative? I'm not looking at my bank balance going, well, I have these bills to pay. How am I going to pay these bills? I'm not looking at my bank balance going, I really do need to go to work, because if I don't go to work, I don't have the money to pay the bills. I am looking at my bank balance and I'm going, thank you, because I make more money than I spend. Isn't it wonderful I make more money than I spend? I don't know how I make $5,000 every month, but I always do. Why do I always make $5,000 a month? Because I'm spoiled. I love that phrase, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled means people do nice things for me. They do amazing things. So yesterday I'm not feeling good. My neighbor brought me proteins because he said, you need proteins. You're pale. You need proteins. And I'm like, excuse me, you're pale. Proteins. Eat. I'm like, okay, thank you. So he's feeding me proteins. My daughter made taco soup for dinner last night, and she brought me up not one bowl, but two. She is absolutely amazing. She spoils me. Not because I say she spoils me, but because of the things that she does. It reinforces the fact that she spoils me. I'm not manipulating Savannah. Savannah tells me she spoils me. Katie tells me I spoil you. They're the ones who started. Mom, if somebody doesn't spoil you the way we do, don't pay attention to them. They don't need to be in your life. If they're not enriching your life, you don't need that relationship. If that relationship brings value, you need that relationship. So you got divorced. You broke up with somebody. You want to get back with that person. What value is that relationship adding to your life? Is it balancing out your checkbook? Is it making you feel loved and protected? Does it make you feel safe? Does it make you feel like you are the most luckiest person in the world? Now, I'm not doing this from a male or a female perspective, but I'm going to put it in a female perspective because I am a girl. Last I checked, I'm still a girl. So if I am wanting to marry Jared, why do I want to marry Jared? Well, he makes me feel safe. When he looks at me, wow, I've never seen a guy look at a woman the way he looks at me. It's freaking amazing. Why else do I want to marry him? Because he makes me laugh. He puts up with my craziness. And yeah, I am crazy because I'm not afraid to speak my truth. I'm not allowed to put it out there and say, you know what? I'm in love with this guy and I want to marry him. I will tell it to his face because if I can't say it to his face, I'm not going to say it to his back. How do you persist in the assumption? Everybody asks. So focus forward is persisting in the assumption. I got out of bed this morning. I had two choices. I could wallow in my self-pity because of what is going on, or I could say, you know what, today's going to be an amazing day. So today is an amazing day. I had my makeup friend on the phone, and I love Alex. She's absolutely amazing. And I'm trying this different thing with my eyes. I'm like, Alex, what do you think? And we're talking about the stuff that goes on in our life. And both of us are doing our makeup. And we're just having a girls' conversation that is fun and entertaining. It is taking my mind off of what is going on around me. It's a distraction. So why do you distract yourself? There is a person, and he says all the time, and I can tell you, I can hear it in his voice when I'm saying it out loud. He says, put more buns in the oven. Well, what does that mean? Distracting yourself, having fun, living your life. So when 20 says, put more buns in the oven, Susie. Okay, so my BoxyCharm came in today, and I'm opening it up with my makeup friend on the phone. What do you think of these? She's like, well, I'm not really fond of sponges because they're beautiful, they work great, but if they're not properly kept clean, they do get bacteria. And even if you do clean them properly, they can still grow bacteria, which is why all my sponges go in the dishwasher because it kills the bacteria. And then I got new brushes, and I got some moisturizer and something, a couple other things in there. And she's like, oh, well, that's really good. That's really good. And I'm like, you know, I'm really worried about a shiny face. So she tells me exactly what to go get. So we're having conversations about her family, my family, and my makeup box all at once. We're talking about who's texting us about this and who's texting about that and what's going on in the outside world and what do we do about this situation, because that's what girls do. And if you take that relationship that I have with Savannah, with Katie, and Alex, and I were to take that and apply it to the relationship I have with the guy I'm in love with, What am I doing? Well, I'm telling him about all the things that are going on in my life, but I'm not pestering him because I have Alex to talk to about makeup. And then I finished talking to Alex, and I told my daughter what I got in my BoxyCharm, and she's like, I want the sponges. I'm like, nope, can't have my sponges. They're my sponges. You can't have my sponges. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll give them to her. I don't know. I'll think about it. The idea is I am focusing solely on whatever my desire is, and yet I'm having fun. I'm stuck home, still married to that thing I don't want to be married to today, and I'm still having fun. I am talking to people. I'm distracting myself. I live in an apartment. My landlord has somebody cleaning the hallways. Talk about being spoiled. The guy washed the outside of my door. So now I don't have to do it. I never even thought about, wait, the landlord's going to have somebody clean the hallways and they're going to scrub my door? That's freaking awesome. That is like top of the spoil chain. When somebody is vacuuming the hallways and picking up whatever's left in there because of the snowstorm and the getting all of the salt off the carpetings, and then yet this guy is scrubbing the doors. How cool is that? Now, that's not even on my list of things that I would have wanted done. It's never been on that list of 200 that I put out there that somebody washes the outside of my door. But that shows why I'm spoiled. It's persisting in the assumption that I got out of bed this morning and it's still going to be a great day. I have leftovers for dinner because I still have taco soup I have not finished. I have my daughter bringing me anything that I need. Katie's going to whiz by on her way to work, and if I need something, Katie will bring it. Let me see. I got a weird message from somebody else, and he's like, since I responded, well, did you need anything? No, I don't, because I'm spoiled by the people around me. And all of those people are the people who said, you know what, life's too short. Enjoy being spoiled. Focus on why people spoil you and watch your life change. Religion, again, teaches you to thank God for things that you don't have. That's what law of attraction teaches you. That's what Neville teaches you. It is always to focus forward. It is to look forward and go, I want to marry this amazing person. I want this job. I want this bank balance. I want this relationship with my friend to increase and be a value back and forth. And everything I look at. So I get a nasty text. They're still thinking about me. They have feelings about me. What is the opposite of love? Hate. So if you're getting an I hate you text, guess they really do kind of love you, because they wouldn't know that they hated you if they didn't love you. So love and hate are two sides of the coin. Let's flip it and see which one comes up today. Better yet, let's be Two-Face. Because in Batman, Two-Face makes his own luck. His quarter has heads on both sides. So if I have a double-sided quarter and I flip it up in the air because I got an I hate you text, oh, I love you, let's try that again. Oh, I love you, let's try that again. Oh, I love you. It's going to keep coming up with the same thing over and over and over again because I'm loaded my quarter with the same face. When I literally tell you guys to focus forward and persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact, that's not something that's ever going to change. You are never going to stop persisting in the assumption that you are wealthy, you are healthy, you are happy, you have this amazing relationship. Because as soon as you let your guard down and you go, my boyfriend's an idiot, you have to end it, but thank God he got his head out of his butt. As soon as you say, my children are just not getting along again, and there it again, and again, and again, they're going to prove to you over and over and over again why that old story has crept back in. But when that happens, you literally have to be, oh, that was a speed bump. That was a blip. That was a minor hurricane. That was a horrible tornado. But it's just a blip. It's a lull. My roller coaster is crawling back up, and I'm up here again, and I can see there's a beautiful, amazing view of the ocean, and I'm coming around the curve, and there's my mountain again, and at the end of the tunnel, everything's always working out for me. And I literally live my life that way. So maybe today I'm a secret. Maybe tomorrow people are screaming my name from the top of the Eiffel Tower. I had somebody who said that they made a ringtone with my saying, why am I living my dream life? Why am I happily married? Why is everything working out for me? Because that's 10 words or less that you literally can say for the rest of your life. Why am I wealthy? Because I have more money than I spend. Because I have $2.7 million in my bank account. Why am I healthy? Because the doctor said that this is just a minor crisis. We'll get through it. Because the medicine's working. Because I'm persisting in the assumption and it's going to harden into fact that I am healthy. Why is everything always working out for me? Because I persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact. And because I persist, it will happen. It must happen. When your wants, your needs, and your desires become a must, you will be, oh my God, I totally understand what Susie's saying now. It's persistence. It's never changing that focus. If you want to be the #1 sports team in the country, you have to persist and say, Patrick Mahomes and the entire Kansas City Chiefs thing did one thing different all season long. They kept thanking God. They prayed together as a team. They focused forward together as a team. So when two come together, God answers prayers. That's what religion taught me growing up in the Catholic Church. So it wasn't just Patrick Mahomes and one other player. It was all 47 players on that football team, plus the coaching staff and their fans. I had a friend here watching the game. She left here, went to Academy Sports, and walked out of Academy with the Super Bowl championship paraphernalia. Because they send that stuff out for both teams. And the team that loses, they send it back. Now, one of those people that were here told me they don't actually destroy that stuff. They send that to places around the world that need clothing. There are third world countries who they donate all of those clothes to. So they might think the 49ers won because that's what their shirt says. But the rest of the world knows it was actually Kansas City. So they're not burning that. They're not throwing it in a landfill. They're donating it to help the less fortunate. How cool is that to find out that even though your team didn't win, somebody's wearing a shirt that says you did. When you focus forward, it doesn't matter if there's a lull, because you know that it's just a rough sea. It's a wave. It's snowing and you can't go anywhere. It's torrential downpours and you're stuck at home. There's a hurricane coming in, but it all will pass. The more you persist in focusing forward, the quicker and easier your life is going to change, because that focus is literally directed on what your end goal is. So you can do it in steps. You can do it from the end and just watch it unfold. But if you persist in my life is amazing, and thankfully I am living an amazing life. Isn't it wonderful I'm living an amazing life? It doesn't matter if you're Catholic, if you're Lutheran, if you're Baptist, Pentecostal, if you're an atheist, if you believe in a 0 point, if you think the universe is delivering all of the amazing things into your life, you're still coming from a point of, why is my life so amazing? Therefore, the minions are delivering it. And these little cute yellow people in these little bibs, overalls, are delivering whatever you want. So life now becomes fun and entertaining because you are simply guiding the minions with what you're saying. Yes, I'm in the middle of this storm. Yes, I have something I need to focus forward on. But if I didn't have things to focus forward on, if I didn't have light at the end of the tunnel, because my train that is going forward has this bright beam of light that is making the sky absolutely beautiful. It is giving me sunrises and sunsets. It's showing me the different size of waves in the ocean. I'm seeing the snow-capped mountains. I'm seeing the beauty of all of this because I am literally in an ivory tower. You put the Eiffel Tower in the middle of my tunnel, and this is what I'm seeing. Of course, I can turn around from that tower and see the drama. Rapunzel grew her hair long so somebody could help climb up into the top of the tower and help her escape. It took years to get her hair 20 feet long. But she persisted in that assumption, and she still escaped the tower. Sleeping Beauty was kissed by Prince Charming and woke up because the dwarves knew he would come. So they built her a beautiful glass coffin. What are you looking out at? What are you seeing? What are you saying? What are you persisting in? Because that coming out of your mouth is your vision. It is what you see in 3D. And if it's not what you want to see in 3D, then you need to use the tools to persist in that focusing forward. Forget about the vibrations, forget about the states, and just tunnel your way through that solid rock, saying, isn't it wonderful? Thank you. Thank you, Father. Father, I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. Everything is working out for me because I'm spoiled rotten. 3 people in my life taught me the importance and the value of those words. And it made my mentors in 2020 and Vonda and Hamish really proud because I am PTSD free. I, for the most part, have very little anxiety, and I know what triggers that anxiety. So don't put baby in the corner because that will trigger it. But if I focus on I'm never being put in the corner again because I have this amazing view and I can choose which platform I want to get off on my train and focus on today. So I want to focus on the ocean, and I want to paint this beautiful scene of the ocean. How choppy are the waves? Because choppy waves are beautiful. Or is it a calm sea? Well, if it's a calm sea, it's flat and it's mirroring whatever I want. If it's choppy, it's showing me what I need to change. If it is humongous 20-foot waves, then I know that I'm in for a wild ride, and I need to persist and say, isn't it wonderful? Life is fun, easy, and joyful. Isn't it wonderful? Everything is working out for me. Thank you, I'm spoiled. Why is everything always working out for me? Why am I living my dream life? Because the lows are smaller and further between, and the highs are wilder than my imagination could imagine, because I keep saying, thank you for my amazing life. Thank you for all the love and the joy and the fun that is going on around me. Thank you that I'm included in all of this fun. Thank you that life is amazing and spectacular. Those 10 words that I choose to say every morning when I get out of bed lead me in a direction of peace, love, and joy, or total chaos. I prefer to focus on peace, love, and joy. And I hope that you realize how important it is to get out of bed and say, today is an amazing day. It's going to be so wonderful. It's going to exceed my expectations. It's going to be the best day of my life. everything that happens is just going to be such a blessing. Because if I don't, and I get up, and I go to work, and I get cut off, I can have a bad day because now I got cut off. And then I get a phone call, and that phone call is total chaos, and then my lunch is messed up, and then my friends are having a bad day, and everybody's messaging me about how horrible it is because we have snow and ice. My 14-year-old daughter is jumping up and down and on cloud nine because she didn't have school for 2 days because of the snow. And she's like, thank you, snow days. I love it. I don't have to go to school. I get to sleep late, and I get to stay up, and I get to do whatever I want. My other daughter didn't complain because she had to go into work because she had clients. And some of them canceled. Some of them still showed up. And the boss texted and said, you know what, since you girls didn't say anything, if you make some sales, close shop and go home today. That's what the district manager said. But they weren't blowing up the phone going, I don't know how I'm going to get home from work today because of blah, blah, blah. They were simply there, and they were going, you know, somehow we're going to get to go home early today because of the weather, but we're not going to ask. It's just going to magically happen. And guess what? It magically happened. But the way they did it was, you know, they're saying the weather's going to get really bad, so can we close somewhere around 5 so that we can make sure we get home before the roads get too bad? And the boss responded, since you guys haven't been blowing up my phone, go ahead and make a sale and then close up shop. I'm not going to tell you that they closed up well before 5. That wasn't their intention. Their intention was to go home at 5. And it turned out even more magical. So they got to come home and play with the now 4-year-old in the snow. And they took this amazing little car that she has that she will not drive because it terrifies her to drive. And it is an actual horse and carriage out in the snow, and they took pictures of her in the car. As long as she didn't have to drive it, she was more than happy to sit in the car and take pictures. What did you do during the snowstorm? I nursed myself back to health, played with a 4-year-old, and I just enjoyed the fact that my loved ones took care of me. That's focusing forward, guys. That's not worried about whether my vibration is off, if I'm changing states, or I need to be in a new state. It's all about the direction I took my day in. Instead of wallowing in self-pity because I'm married to that thing I don't want to be married to, I found goodness, joy, happiness, and reasons why I'm loved to focus on that made a horrible situation an amazing day. And that's what we all need to do. Focus forward so that those amazing days are more and more and more, and those bad days are few and farther between. I will survive because I'm persisting in this. My daughter says I'm not allowed to go anywhere because she's just not doing it without me. So I will get better. I am getting better. Thank you, I'm healthy. Isn't it wonderful? I'm healthy. And I will go back to my normal routine where I can leave the building. So I really love my apartment. So being stuck in it isn't a bad thing. It means that my body needed rest. I needed to de-stress. And I needed to refocus my direction in where I'm going. It gave me time to explore the wonders of the universe and to see where I want the end of 2020 to be. And I listened to my mentors. And I watched some of their videos, reread some of their posts, and I focused the direction I want to go in. But I'm not worried about calling it a vibration, a state. I'm not even caring if it's the end of my desire. Because if it is my desired end and I'm already living in it, then the only thing I really would be saying is, thank you, I'm healthy. Isn't it wonderful? I'm healthy. Why am I so healthy? Because I'm spoiled rotten. It's the same thing with the love of your life, your bank account, your friends, your family. You can't talk about the things that are going wrong and expect to to get the end desire. You have to focus forward on why you're always getting the end desire, why you're living your dream life, why everything is always working out for you. And when you do that, your life changes like that. Instantly, quickly, and effortlessly, and things you didn't even think about happening in your life magically happen. I mean, I get a knock on the door, my BoxyCharm is here, and somebody's outside washing my door. I didn't expect that today, but it made me smile and realize how spoiled I truly am, because my BoxyCharm shouldn't have been here for another week, because according to the tracking, they just got the label. What surprises happen in your day? What things do you look forward to? What reason do you have for getting out of bed? Because if you are awake this morning, there's a reason. Do you want to make that reason spectacularly amazing, or do you want to make that reason horrible? It's how you can watch Lucifer and veg watch Lucifer all day long and learn humans love drama, and drama feeds our life. It gives us this amazing high. It's the reason a drug addict goes for a drug, because it gives us this euphoria, this amazing wow rush of love and energy. Yet when we want that new car, there's no drama involved in it unless we create it. So we don't want to create getting carjacked, and then we get to drive a new car, but we didn't actually get the new car. We don't want to create a car accident to get a new car and a large bank balance. We do that all the time, though, because that drama gives us such a rush. What if looking at the love of your life and seeing the way he looks at you gave you such a rush that you knew that life was absolutely amazing because of the way this man looks at you? What if people walked out of the room because they couldn't handle the fact that this guy looks at you in such a way that the whole world knows that he's in love with you? And they're like, I can't do it anymore. What if that drama was your rush? That's good drama. That's amazing drama. That's wonderful drama. Focus on the good things and make those rushes about the good thing amazing. If you have that new car, every time you get into the new car, listen to that muffler. Because my son, every vehicle he has, he puts glass packs on, and they make lots of noise. Or he'll straight pipe it. And if you straight pipe it, it rumbles even more. And every time he gets into that car, he steps on that gas pedal, and it goes even vroom. And it gives him a rush. It's still his new car. When Aunt Millie passed away, Uncle Earl called me and told me my bride died. Not Aunt Millie, not Millie, my bride. They were married for 54 years, and he was calling family and saying his bride died. Be that, because that is a story that I will tell till the day I die. I can still hear the tone in his voice. The love of his life, his bride, died. I want somebody to say that about me when I finally pass away. I want them to call the family and say, this important person in my life passed away. What title are they going to give me? If it's my husband, my future husband, calling people and telling them that my bride died? Is it my children saying that, my mother died, or my mom died, or mommy died today? That's not an end goal you really want to look at, but that's a spectacular life when you touch somebody that way to live. And that's what I'm trying to teach you to do by getting you to focus forward, by getting you to understand it's not vibrations, it's not states. It is focusing on the life you want to live, the story you want to tell, what you are creating. Create a life that starts out with, I remember when everything was chaos and all of this horrible stuff was going on, and I was financially struggling, I was overweight, I was sick, and then one day it was just like everything turned around because I focused forward, and when I did, my health was restored. I had more money than I knew what to spend. I had this amazing person come into my life and sweep me off my feet, and I got to ride off into the sunset with Prince Charming and live a life that dreams are made of. There was a TV show, and he always ended the show with champagne wishes and caviar dreams. What are your champagne wishes and caviar dreams? I'd really like to know. So tell me below what those champagne wishes and caviar dreams are, and I will help you get those dreams in 10 words or less. You guys have an absolutely spectacular, amazing life. I love you, and I am here to show you how easy it is with your words to turn around your life.